What's up, everybody? It's Craig from 9V Games, and today's another one of my collection videos. I'm going to do Devil May Cry. I'm talking very funny because I just ate a 5-scoop ice cream sundae, and I'm out of breath. You know what's the best part? I'm not actually fat. I don't understand that. Anyways, back to my collection. The best thing about Devil May Cry is actually one of my favorite, basically my favorite hack and slash genres. Let me try that again. One of my favorite hack and slash series of all times. I know there's like Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden's epic. Ninja Gaiden, the remake of Ninja Gaiden, is one of my favorite games of all time. But overall, I still feel like Devil May Cry is the best series because Devil May Cry 3 is my favorite hack and slash of all time. There's no competition with that. Now, as I do my collection, keep in mind that even though I have the box set, I did buy every one of these games on launch. Now, Devil May Cry, I was kind of opposed to getting when it first came out because I followed Devil May Cry since its inception when it was called Resident Evil Project. It was supposed to be Resident Evil 4. It was the new engine for Resident Evil 4. Devil May Cry. The concept started that you would actually play as an infected person. I think his name was like Toby or Robbie or some like real generic and corny. And you would eventually go through and you would just start fucking people up. And you would get these powers that came with the infection. So technically it was Resident Evil through another person's eyes. Obviously they didn't buy it. They thought it was stupid. People weren't going to play it. So what they did is they made Dante, and they made it into a gothic, Victorian style setting, with the castles and such, and they added the Heaven Hell story, and they ended up making Devil May Cry. And Devil May Cry took off. People bought it. It was insane. Everybody liked Dante's demeanor. He was a wicked badass. He was awesome. The thing that I was skeptical about it is at the time I was such a huge Resident Evil fan. And, when you learn about this, and they're telling you it's going to be like this kind of like third-person action game, I was kind of like, what? This is stupid. Because Devil May Cry is known for being the forerunner in third-person action games. And by that, obviously, I mean that it's not the first one of its kind. But it's the first one to centralize on the heroes. Let me rip it right from, I believe, what Wikipedia said. Devil May Cry is the first like hardcore third-person action game that focuses on the hero being an extreme badass. God of War would not have existed if it wasn't for Devil May Cry. The reboot of Ninja Gaiden wouldn't have existed if it wasn't for Devil May Cry's success. And it's a good thing that this mistake became what it was, because it's one of Capcom's flagship titles. The other thing is that the main component of this game that makes the character so badass was actually another mistake. It was a glitch in Onimusha, the first Onimusha. It was a juggling glitch with the enemies. Turns out that that's one of the main points of getting nasty killer combos in Devil May Cry is juggling. So I guess we can thank Capcom's two bad mistakes for this. Devil May Cry 2 was also a huge mistake, but it didn't go in their favor. Devil May Cry 2 was notoriously known for probably sinking the franchise. It should have destroyed the franchise. Any established franchise would have been taken down by a game like this. They completely stripped Dante of everything. He barely talked during the game. The game was so much easier. The moves were, passe. It did add one cool thing, which was the upside down helicopter with the bullets. That was pretty awesome. But other than that, it was a good game. It was not a good Devil May Cry game, which saddened a lot of people. Plus, the fact that you play as Dante, and they added another character, which was cool to me. I was like, alright, well, at least I'm getting double the game. And then you go back and you find out that it's really just everything Dante did. You're just doing it with a reskin character. And I didn't like Lucia, and there's a reason that she didn't make it into 4. It is panned as being the worst Devil May Cry game. That's it. It was easy. I don't know. Surprisingly, in the HD collection, I think that aesthetically, Devil May Cry 2 actually got the most out of it. Even though I guess actually one of the other main complaints of Part 2 was that the whole like areas of the game were extremely boring, and you're on rooftops and tall cities, and they missed the whole point of being in hell. But whatever. I think people maybe got a little too picky. And then here's the good one. Devil May Cry. Now this one is a special edition. That's what came in the Devil May Cry box set. It was the 5th anniversary collection. That's what I bought. I bought Devil May Cry 3 on launch day. So as many of you know who did buy it on launch day like I did, there was no special edition on launch day. They re-released this game. And that's because people complained that it was too difficult. So Capcom took your complaints about it being too easy and fucking demolished them. This was one of the hardest games I've ever played in my life. Anybody who's played the original Devil May Cry 3, when you played it on normal, it was fucking hard. They went and they toned down, and it's still hard. Devil May Cry 3 is my favorite out of the entire series. Devil May Cry 3 is like a defining moment in third-person action games. It had one of my favorite enemies of all time, which I don't want to ruin it for story purposes, but we'll just say the Jester is one of my favorite antagonists of all time. I love the guy. I like his personality, I like the character, and I like, just play the game if you haven't played it. He's a good character. And this one reaffirmed Dante as, like, the badass. Like, made him... He's hands down, I think, arguably, he is... It's a tie with Gene, but he's Capcom's most badass character. I should say lasting badass character. But Devil May Cry 3. Awesome. It also introduced us to Virgil, by the way. Which, technically, I guess, if you want to argue for sake of story, Virgil was kind of introduced in Devil May Cry 1. If you played the game through, you kind of know what I mean. But there's that. Alright. And Devil May Cry 4. Devil May Cry 4, some people didn't like because it introduced Nero. Guess what? I liked Nero. I thought Nero was pretty badass. I was very upset at first when they showed Nero. I was very upset. And then the first video that introduced Dante, which was the first video of the game, still reaffirmed that, hey, there's a new guy in here. He's kind of like Dante. He's got the same demeanor. But Dante's still the reigning badass. And it was great. It's where kind of like Dante started to go down and mature a little bit. I'll explain that after. But Devil May Cry 4 was fun. I bought it for Xbox because at the time, I want to say, I didn't even have a PS3 yet. No, I did. I did have a PS3, that's right. I just wanted the achievements. I was still in an achievement kick, which just stopped dramatically. But Devil May Cry 4 was pretty awesome. Some of the boss fights were pretty good. I liked the fight with Burial. Burial was awesome. Echidna. The fight with Echidna both times was good. And, yeah, and it was really sad, actually, because after this, I do believe that the original Devil May Cry creator, the man behind it, had disbanded from Capcom. And that's why we're getting Devil May Cry 5. And Devil May Cry HD Collection. I can't wait to do a review about this. The HD Collection, obviously I bought it for Xbox because as you've just seen, I have these for the PlayStation 2. I'm going to buy the 360 Collection because if I'm going to play through all the 3 of these games again, I want achievements for them. Yeah, man. I've already said what I'm going to say about these 3. I'm going to do a review about this tomorrow. I do think that all 3 of these games benefited from the HD upgrade. But in cutscenes and menus, it's not full screen, and it still looks real shitty. So, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I guess you could complain that the cutscenes didn't get upgraded, but the integrity of the game isn't lost. There's really no glitches. They just made the game look fantastic, and it looks really slick too, because it's wicked fast-paced, extreme game, and it definitely benefited from it. And this is definitely the right choice for Capcom to do with Devil May Cry 5 around the corner, or just DMC, because I'm so against DMC that I'm not going to buy it on launch day. I'm still going to buy it. It's still a Devil May Cry game. I'm just going to be upset about it until I play it and eat my own words. I do like Ninja Theory, though, but I'm just so mad they got rid of it. And you know what I'm going to throw in the Devil May Cry collection? This is what I'm going to do. Right here. Right here. Where are you? Where are... Oh, there you are. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to throw this. This is also part of the Devil May Cry collection, and if you played it, you know why. This is actually made by the Devil May Cry, part of the Devil May Cry team that ended up, it was Devil May Cry and Clover and somebody else ended up forming Platinum, and Bayonetta is Dante as a girl. this game has everything that Devil May Cry had. It's exactly the same. And if you haven't played it and you were afraid to play it, but you're a fan of Devil May Cry, play Bayonetta because it's a spiritual successor. There's even references to Dante in the game, and there's actually there's references to Resident Evil. There's references to Devil May Cry, and there's references to Beautiful Joe because the people who worked on Beautiful Joe also made this game. So definitely check it out. You can get the game really cheap right now. But yeah, that's my Devil May Cry collection. Absolutely love this series. I wish they would continue in the old style, but I guess knowing that people like me and other purists of the series would be upset, that's why they released this. So I can't really fault them for it, you know. It's good fan service. And Capcom, much as everybody, including myself, likes to bash Capcom about re-releases and upgrades and paying for DLC and blah, 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 they are a good fan service company. And just by being good sports and releasing what was essentially just one big fucking failure, they created a whole new franchise out of something great. So, I mean, something crappy that turned out great. But yeah, I love Devil May Cry. Dante's one of the greatest additions to the whole video game history. And I'm glad Capcom made it. Thank you guys for watching.